All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Um, so we're just going to get right into it. So with our 25-minute power yoga. So we're going to start in a child's pose. Okay, so bring those toes together. Those knees can come a little bit wider. And then just send those hips back to those heels, reaching the arms forward, and then just resting that head down. Just take a moment just to come to that breath. Starting to breathe in and out through the nose. Really filling those lungs with air, feeling that expansion of the rib cage. And then exhaling that breath out, just nice and slow. And continuing that breath on your own. And then just gently press into those palms, pressing those hips a little bit closer to those heels, softening that chest down towards the mat. And staying with that breath. And then slowly make your way up to those hands and knees. We're going to come into that tabletop position. So adjust the hands, adjust the knees. Inhale, we'll drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as we look up. Exhale, we're going to round that spine, press the shoulder blades away, tuck that chin. And we're going to send those hips back to that child's pose, but these are going to be a little bit close together. Maybe a little stretch to the shoulders, the upper back. And then inhale, round it back up, then drop that belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone as we look up. Exhale, round that spine, press it back. And inhale, bring it back up. Drop the belly, lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round it, press it back. Last time, bring it on up. Drop that belly, lift the chest, the tailbone. And exhale, round, pressing it back. And now bring it back up onto those hands and knees. Go ahead and step those feet back to our plank, right into that core. So holding it here, squeezing those legs together. You can even bring those feet together. Core is tight, chest is pulling forward, neck is neutral. So we're kind of looking right above those fingertips. So 5 breaths. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Send those hips back to that downward facing dog, adjusting those feet if you need to. Try not to bring those feet any closer to the hands, maybe just a tiny bit, but feel free to walk those feet a little bit wider, a little closer together. Maybe pedaling out those feet. And so now we're going to come high up onto those toes. We're going to round that spine. We're going to roll it forward to that plank. Then we're going to reverse it. So press the shoulder blades away. Come up onto those toes, into that inverted V, and then press the heels down. Down, down. Inhale, we'll roll it forward back to our plank. And roll it back to down dog. One more time, rolling it forward to that plank position. And roll it on back. Okay, now come on to the toes, bend those knees, stepping those feet top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale, nice flat spine. Exhale those arms down as we fold. And inhale, bend into those knees, flatten out that back. We're going to come all the way up to standing, reach up nice and tall. And then exhale, we'll come right back down. Inhaling that half lift. And exhale, plant those hands, stepping those feet back to our plank. Hey, just dropping the heels over to that right side, hands stay down. Back to center, heels to the left. Bring it back to center, shift that weight forward. Now, if you need to lower down onto those knees, we can. We're gonna add in that push-up, so slower down. Shoulders high to the elbows, press it back up, and then we'll lower back down as we move through that vinyasa. So roll the shoulders down and back, lifting that chest. So cobra, or maybe you can press those hips and thighs up into that upward facing dog. And then exhale, when you're ready, hips back up to the sky, down dog. One more breath. And then we'll come onto the toes. Bend those knees, step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up nice and tall. Reach it up big. And then exhale, right back down as we fold. Half lift on that inhale. And exhale, plant those hands. Step those feet back. Drop the heels to the right. Inhale, center. To the left. And center. Shift that weight forward. Adding in that push-up. And then moving into that vinyasa. Exhaling those hips up to the sky. Downward facing dog. One more time. Come onto the toes. Bend those knees. Step those feet forward. Half lift on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. And exhale, come right back down. Half lift. And plant those hands. Step it back. Heels to the right. Center to the left. And center. Shift it forward. Push up. And vinyasa. Exhaling those hips up. Downward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to shift that weight forward so you can come on high onto the toes. Round that spine, bring it forward to our plank. Mountain climbers. So draw that right knee in. Inhale it back out. Exhale, left knee in. And back out. So again, we'll go right leg alternating to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips up. Down dog. And then come to the toes. Step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Bring those big toes together to touch. Bend into those knees. We'll rise up nice and tall. And exhale, sink those hips down into our chair. And so those arms can be reaching up overhead. If that's a lot on those shoulders, maybe reach those arms forward with the palms up. Sink those hips down nice and low. Get a little stretch through those ankles as the knees come forward, hips go back. And hold, sink a little deeper. Last big breath in. And exhale, straighten those legs as we fold. Plant those hands, stepping those feet back to a plank. Then we're going to drop the heels to the right. Left arm reaches up this time, that full side plank. And then bring the hand down, drop the heels to the left. Right arm reaches up. Lower that hand down. Let's go into that push-up. And vinyasa, if those arms are getting warmed up and you want to go up onto those toes for that push-up, you can. Down dog. Bringing the feet together, we're going to inhale that right leg up. Send that right knee to that right elbow. Inhale it up. Exhaling that knee across to that left elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Now knee to the nose. Step that foot through. Back heel lowers down. Inhaling those arms up into our warrior one. Squaring those hips off, bending into that front knee. Really pressing into that back foot. Okay. And now draw those elbows down, interlace the fingers, open up through that chest, and exhale, fold. So hover that chest, rib cage slides, that inner thigh or shoulder comes down to that knee. And release those hands as we rise back up. Exhaling the hands down, stepping it back, and lower. Inhale, lift, and exhaling those hips up, down dog. Bring those feet together. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Bring that left knee to that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhaling it across. Inhale it back up. And exhale, curl that knee and step that foot through. Back heel down. Inhaling those arms up. And draw those arms down. Interlace the fingers. Open up that chest. And exhale, fold. Releasing those hands as we rise back up. Hands down to the mat. Sending that leg back. Vinyasa. And exhaling those hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. You can come onto the toes. Step those feet, top of the mat. Half lift on that inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll rise to standing, reach it up tall. Sink those hips down low into that chair. Sit as low as you can. Maybe get those thighs parallel to the ground. Good, breathe. And straighten those legs as we fold. Plant those hands, stepping it back to our plank. Drop the heels to the right. Left arm reaches up. And down to the other side, reaching that right arm up. And lower that hand down. Let's add in that push-up. And vinyasa. Exhaling those hips to the sky, down dog. Then now bring those feet together. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Bring that right knee to that right elbow. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, that knee across. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl that knee and step that foot through. Back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And draw the elbows down, the arms down. Interlace the fingers, open up that chest. And fold. And release those hands. Rise back up. Let's adjust those feet a little bit. So we're going to come into that warrior two stance. So that right foot is going to walk towards the middle of the mat. Left leg slides back and then turn those toes open. So the back edge of the foot is parallel to that back edge of the mat. Now we're going to tee out those arms, bend into that front knee, really gripping those toes, heels, balls of the feet into the mat, and then pulling towards each other so those arches are lifted. Maybe a little bit more weight into that outside edge of that foot. Keep that core tight, sink a little deeper. Now we're going to lower that right forearm down. Sweep that left arm up overhead. Now if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, reaching that right arm forward. Sink into that knee a little bit more. And now inhale, we'll rise up, straighten that front leg, reverse it. And then tee out those arms, bend into that knee. Good. Extend that arm over. It's like we're holding a big old beach ball. And then inhale, rise up, straighten that leg, reverse it. And then last time, re-tee out the arms, warrior two, into that extended side angle. And inhale, rise back up. And we'll circle those arms all the way down, stepping that foot back to our plank and down. Inhale, lift. And exhale those hips up, down dog. Feet together. Inhaling, that left leg lifts. Bring that left knee to that left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale that knee across. Inhale, reach it up. And exhale, curl that knee to the nose. Step that foot through. Back heel lowers down. Inhaling those arms up. And draw those arms down. Interlace the fingers. Open up that chest. Exhale, fold. That humble fold. Humble warrior. And then release those arms. Rise back up. We're going to tee out those arms as we adjust those feet. So walking that left foot to the middle of the mat. That heel is intersecting the arch of that right foot. Tee out those arms. Gripping with the toes, the feet. That good foundation with the feet. Lifting through the arches so a little bit more weight the outside edge of the foot. And now we're going to lower that left arm down. Right arm reaches up overhead. And maybe we reach that left arm forward too. And inhale, tee out the arms. Straighten that front leg as we reverse it. So reach that arm up and back. And then we'll tee out those arms. Then into that knee. Good. Reaching that right arm up and over. Inhale, bring it back up as we straighten that leg, reverse it. So that one more time, rebend. Extend that arm over. And reverse it. And then we'll circle those hands all the way down to the mat. Go and step it back to that vinyasa. Lower it down. Inhale, lift. And then go ahead and send those hips back to the heel. So take a quick breather in child's pose. And now go and come back up onto those hands and knees. Okay, go and step it back to a plank. And we're gonna do those mountain climbers again, just a little different variation. So in that plank position, or again, on the knees, and we're gonna draw that right knee to the right elbow, send it straight back. Left knee, left elbow, and back out. So here we go. We got 10, 9, slow it down, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hips up. Downward facing dog. They come forward to plank. Little variation here. Now we're going to step the right foot out to the side and back. Left foot out and back. So here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hips up. Downward facing dog. Good. Now bring it forward to our plank. We're gonna go mountain climbers again, but we're gonna go fast. So just regular knee to the chest. Here we go. We're gonna go 20 of these, okay? So we're gonna go, it's gonna be fast. So right, left, kind of at a hopping pace. Okay, if you need to slow it down, you can. So here we go. We're gonna go 20 total, 10 each side. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Lower those knees. Hips back. Now, if you need a little rest through those arms, you can reach those arms back towards the feet. Relax. Good. Then come back up onto your hands and knees. Go ahead and step it back. Actually, keep those knees stacked. Switching up here. Keep those knees hip distance apart and right underneath those hips, and then walk those arms forward. A little stretch through the upper body. So resting the head down, pressing into those palms and pulling those forearms towards each other. Now from here, go ahead and lift it up. We're gonna slide that left arm under, lower that left ear down. So again, you can keep pulling this left or the right shoulder, the right armpit, kind of down towards the mat. Now, 2 options here. We can slide that right hand back so it's right underneath the shoulder, and then you can press and twist, just trying to open up that chest to face towards that right side of the mat, or we can bring this hand, or back of the hand towards that tailbone and open up that away. Go ahead and release it down. Let's go to the other side. So we'll slide that left arm out. Right hand will slide under. So just start with that right or the left arm straight, pulling that armpit down towards the mat. And then we can slide that hand back so it's right underneath the shoulder. Press and twist. Try to open up your body towards, or your torso towards that left side of the mat. And if you want to hook that hand, hit the tailbone and open up from there, that's an option too. And release that hand down. Go ahead and rise up. So come back to hands and knees. Let's do a few cat-cows. And we'll come into a seat, actually. So this might be a really big hip stretch this early in the morning, but we're gonna go for it. So we're gonna do that full pigeon, which, like I said, might be kind of ugly, especially for me this morning, but I'll give you guys modifications. So right shin is gonna come parallel to your front of your mat or the long edge of your mat if you're turned sideways. Okay, crossing this left ankle over. Now, big thing here is flexing that ankle, okay, so we're not pulling on those ankle tendons, okay? And then we'll try and soften those knees down. So, yeah, like I said, the hips might be a little tight. So sitting up nice and tall and then pressing yourself forward. Maybe this knee softens down. We'll hold it for a few moments, so give it a chance to release. Now, if this is way, way, way too much for you, just come into that cross-legged position and then walk those hands forward this way. That is also an option. Just making sure those feet are flexed if you're in that full pigeon. Maybe even just standing up nice and tall or sitting up nice and tall, and you'll still feel that stretch through the hip. You maybe only have to give it a slight little lean forward before you really start to feel it. Good, now let's bring it back up. Let's give it just a gentle twist over to your left side. So that right hand's gonna come across that knee, sitting up as tall as you can, and then twist looking over that shoulder. And we'll go to the other side. So grab onto that foot or that knee, sitting tall and twisting. And unwind. Let's go ahead and switch those feet. So we'll lower that left leg down towards the mat. Right ankle comes over, flexing that foot, softening that knee down towards the other foot, or again, just going into that cross-legged position is an option. Walking the hands back, sitting tall, and then folding it forward. So walking those hands forward, chest just hovers over the shins. Bring it back up. And find those twists. So over to your right side first. Sit tall and twist gazing over that shoulder. Let's bring it back to center. Over to that other side. Bring it back to center. Let's go ahead and uncross those legs. We can extend those legs out. Give it a little shake. A little wiggle through those toes and ankles. All right, let's just come back to that cross-legged position. Rest those hands on the knees, closing down those eyes. Let's just pause it here for a few breaths. Really focusing on each inhale and each exhale. Just being in this calm, quiet space. And blinking those eyes open. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. And then next yoga class, it's Thursday, right? It's Saturday. So Saturday, 9:30 a.m. So hope to see you all there.